Today, let's answer the age-old question. Can you pressure wash a bike? I quite like an experiment. I've heard this been said several times. I feel like there's probably been a bunch of videos out there about it, but people say you should not use pressure washers on your bike. I started doing a little bit of research into it because when I moved into my new place, I decided to treat myself to a little present. I bought a Karcher pressure washer. I've always fancied buying a pressure washer. I don't really have lots of reasons to need a pressure washer, but I kind of really wanted one. So I bought it. But while I started cleaning my patio with it for the first time, I probably cleaned roughly about that much before I got bored of that and decided I wanted to clean a bike with it instead. The biggest reason people say you shouldn't use these are because of the bearings. Bearings on more modern bikes are pretty much always sealed now, and it would be pretty hard to get the dirt and grime in there with the pressure washer unless you've got it on full whack and you're right up against the bearing. But so apart from that, they tend to be pretty good now. But we don't do that sort of thing around here. We don't have many modern bikes. The modern bikes I do have sit at the back of the shed, where behind the more fun old bikes. Now, old bikes do often have unsealed bearings, especially in the headset, so there's lots of opportunity for dirt getting up in there. For people that don't realise this, the dirt when it gets into the bearings and when it gets into headsets and things like that, the smallest grains of sands over time can grind those bearings away, and that's why you'll get your steering will be either really jittery or just not very smooth, or sometimes it seizes up, and it's usually because dirt's got in the bearings and it no longer functions the way it should function. So I thought a little bit about this, and I realised that I actually spend a lot of time rebuilding my bikes, so I'm probably a good person to actually do a little bit of experiment and test this theory out. I'm sure we're going to find out it's probably not the best idea to do, but I'm going to do it anyway. So if you saw the last video that I uploaded where I was riding my rock hopper around Swinley Forest, I got it pretty muddy, so I thought it'd be a great opportunity to give that bike a bit of a clean. So here she is in all her glory, back from a very fun trip, which is linked above, by the way, if you do want to check out that video. But the Karcher came out with this sick kind of snow foam majig connector. I don't know any of the technical terms for any of this stuff, by the way, which I thought would be quite cool to put a bit of muck off in there or some bike cleaner and just cover it in snow, but it didn't really do that much, to be fair, so I moved on to the brush. So even though that I'm going to use the pressure washer on the bikes now, I still feel like the brush is a good idea, especially getting some of the dirt broken up a little bit and kind of agitate it a bit. Just makes it a little bit easier, so I'm not just blasting the bike for ages for no real reason. Plus it's kind of satisfying, isn't it? So my pressure washer comes with 3 settings. It has like a hard setting, a medium setting, it's soft. Yeah, it even actually has like a full or something, which is basically no pressure. So I've been putting it on the medium one. I figured the hard one is a bit dumb. I mean, obviously that is just going to be blasting stuff everywhere. The medium one seemed like it was still like, you know, putting some serious work into it, but not too crazy. Or should I just go full hard? That's probably not the sentence to use, is it? I gotta say though, no matter what happens with these experiments and how far they go, I will always be using pressure washers to clean my tyres from now on. Because like these things were brand new again. I can never get the tyres to look like this with a hose and a brush, so pumped. and that's that. That was all squeaky clean again and ready for its next trip, which I did take it out the next day and get it completely covered in mud again, so it's now muddy again. But it's not the point that I'm making right now. The point is, it seems to be okay to pressure wash a bike as long as you're careful. Yeah. And I say yeah because it's still like, it's probably still not the best thing to do, but we're gonna push on anyway. Like, generally it's probably fine. On the rock hopper in particular, the way the bearings are on there, especially right at the bottom of the headset where there was quite a lot of mud caked, I was probably definitely putting stuff in there, I imagine. So I think it depends on the bike, and it depends on the way you do it. I suppose, if I'm really honest with you guys, I've made this video mainly to have a discussion with you guys about it. I posted a video last week around using 26-inch wheels and comfy bikes on a 100-mile ride, which I'm doing soon, which is, that video's linked there, by the way, and you guys had lots to say about it and had some really good advice as well, which I thank you for all that sort of stuff. So let's do that again. Tell me what you think. Do you do this at the moment? Do you use pressure washers on your bike? And if you don't, why not? Let me know in the comments below. But that's that. That's gonna bring us to the end of another video. This is a slightly shorter one, slightly different one, but I just thought I wanted to start a conversation with you guys about something. A lot of you have been messaging me on Instagram lately about the stickers. A lot of my stickers are sold out. A lot of the ones that have sold out probably won't be coming back. If there's any in particular ones that you're really, really desperate for, do keep messaging me, and if I get enough messages about that same design, maybe they will come back. But currently, what's on the website is kind of what is available, which is this website right here. But I do have some cool designs in the works. They won't be out anytime soon, so don't panic. Yeah, they'll be soon. Oh, it's getting late. The other thing I wanted to mention was you might have seen a couple of clips of a new bike at the beginning of this video. That is a Saracen that I picked up in my hometown. I'm going to make a video about that very soon. I want to make a video about kind of how I buy my bikes because it was quite a good story, and I think it will help some of you guys as well. That bike is probably going to take a bit of a backseat for the next week or so because the seat post is quite seized. I've been asked by you guys so many times to do a video on seized seat posts, so I'm going to do one, and it just so happens I have another bike that's arriving soon that also has a seized seat post, so that's two bikes that need seat posts removed, so we will probably have our work cut out for us. So if you're into this content and you've enjoyed this video, please feel free to like it down below and subscribe to make sure you're up to date and see the next videos we have coming up. The next couple of videos are going to be builds and reviews, and they're very good ones. But if you can't wait that long, this is a particularly good one.